to the Noob and Noob cast. I am the Noob James, and going to be looking at the Elementalist in Guild Wars 2, Beta Weekend Event 2. Going to be looking at the weapon skills, and as you see, Elementalist has 4 different aspects they can go: fire, water, air, and earth, and each one changes the weapon skills. So this one's going to be a little bit long. Starting out with dual daggers, and first ability is going to be Dragon's Claw. Looks like it does some pretty decent damage. Ooh, fires out in a cone type pattern, so it's going to be AoE, and it looks like you can hit the same target more than once. Next up we have Drake's Breath, spray cone of fire, so it looks like it's going to be a little bit of fire breathing. And sure enough it is, look at that. It's got some pretty decent range actually. And it looks like it applies a dot effect as well, as you see the monstrous golem falling to that fire. Next up we have Burning Speed. Looks like it's a little bit of a charge, and it leaves behind some fire. Let's take a look. Let me get into position. Oh, okay, so it ends up doing a little explosion. It's a pretty nice looking fire trail. Alright, next up we have Ring of Fire, which is an AoE ability that'll burn foes who pass through it. Looks like I got him right on that edge, so he's taking a little bit of the damage from it. Not too bad though. Next up, Fire Grab. Damage foes in a cone in front of you. Deal more damage if they're already on fire. Ooh, look at that crit. It's like a little, just a touch ability. Alright, so it's like next I'm going to switch my weapons. Let's take a look. Yeah, let's go with the Scepter main hand, focus offhand. That way we can see the other offhand and see the Scepter main hand, of course. Flame Strike. It's going to be a ranged ability. It's a constant rain of fire. Next up, we have Dragon's Tooth. Drop an explosive Dragon's Tooth. Okay, well, I thought that was melee, and that certainly isn't. That actually looked really awesome. I'm going to wait for this to respawn to try that one again. Let's take a look. Oh wow, that's wonderful. Alright. Next up we have Phoenix. Always fire Phoenix. Goes through a line and attacks in that line, all in the path, and then gives me a little buff afterwards. As you can see, it's the Endurance, which would be controlling the dodge. Next up, we have a little wall of fire. You can see, took out the pesky golem. Alright, we have Fire Shield. And ooh, mighty short. Mighty short.
Time to do some real damage.
Well, you get the gist. It'll end up just burning foes around. Looks like I was still locked in that combat. Finish off this target. That Dragon's Tooth is really just the one skill that is really awesome. So we're going to go with the Staff. Going to Fireball is the main auto attack. So a little AoE lava front. Doing some pretty nasty damage. A little bit left, I'm just going to auto attack. Flame Burst. Next target, it's a AoE. Oh, we have Burning Retreat, so it looks like it's a little escape ability. Much like the charge from earlier, it's going to leave a little fiery trail for your pursuers. Next we have Meteor Shower. Look at that. So obviously it's hit or miss, but when that thing hits, oh, pretty good damage. I like that. And it lasts a pretty good time too, considering its cooldown's only 30 seconds. I mean, it lasted almost half that amount of time. Alright, so next up, change into water. Going back to dual daggers. First ability, the auto attack, Vapor Blade. It's a bouncing attack, so it's gonna constantly go back and forth. Cone of Cold. Much like the Flame Breath, breathing ice. It's probably not too good in the teeth. Frozen Burst, detonate a burst. So a short range AoE ability centered around yourself. Not too bad considering, I mean, you are using daggers, so you're going to generally be melee based. So Frost Aura, protect yourself, Frost Armor. Cleansing Wave, heal yourself and allies. A little wet. Gonna look at the Focus offhand and the Scepter main hand. Auto attack, looks like it's shooting 3 little ice shards. Doing some silly damage. Oh wow. He's frozen. Look at him. Okay. We're gonna throw a water trident. Alright. Well, a little lackluster. So freezing gust. Oh, it's painful. Still nothing too crazy. So, Comet of Ice. And so it looks like the auto attack is the bread and butter of Scepter main hand. Just auto attack this down so I can switch out weapons. Looking at the staff, Water Blast. So I'm just shooting some water. Ice Spike, much like Dragon Tooth, but in ice form. Geyser, used to heal. Little fountain of water, short-lived. Frozen Ground, slow everybody. Pretty good area of effect there. Freezing Rain. Freezing Rain, excuse me, Healing Rain. Very large AoE heal. Alright, time to switch to air. Although, probably should be called lightning, since most of the abilities are lightning based. So we're just going to go with the staff, Chain Lightning. It's going to bounce through targets. Notice it has a pretty wide range on that bounce, so definitely got to be careful in PvE environments. That Lightning Surge, you saw me just take out the medium golem. Alright, so we're going to look at Gust. Pushes people back. Had some pretty good range to push the light golem away. Next one is just a little speed burst. So we jump, jump, jump. Alright, static field, creating an electrical field. Yep, gotta walk in and out, and it's kind of hard with these stationary golems. I could have went to the mobile ones, but stationary just have a lot more control. So I'm going to finish off this target so I can switch weapons. Although I'm probably going to have to finish off the other ones too. Yep. Yep, I'm still locked into combat. Now you notice I'm attacking the medium one mainly, and that's just to kind of get an average idea. Now the whole purpose is just to see the abilities and how kind of they're used, not so much the damages. That stuff's just going to change so much, and how you use it. This is merely just to get an idea of the skills and what they look like. I mean, if you're going to be spending hours upon hours, you might want to have something that looks nice, right? So I'm going to be looking at dual wield daggers, first ability lightning whip. That's pretty nice. Okay range considering you are doing dual wield daggers. Alright, so lightning shock. Pretty short range, but considering you're doing daggers, it's not too bad. We form the respawn. Oh, excuse me, lightning touch. Yep. Okay, so it applies a debuff. Alright, so shocking aura. Gonna electrocute the air around me. If anyone touches me, he's not touching me. So ride the lightning. It's like a little charge ability, so I'm gonna back up. Ooh! Impressive. That is impressive. I could look at that every day. Alright, we have a little escape that knocks down the target, but let's be honest. Ride the lightning is really good. Let me try it again. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. That is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Alright, so let me switch to Scepter and Focus. Alright, so Arc Lightning. Get your Emperor on. Not too bad. Damage is pretty nice. But, let's be honest, it's about the looks at this point, since the damage is going to change. Okay. A little bit of a blind. Oop, didn't realize that was just around me. Looks like a ranged knockdown. Oh, that tickles all sorts of goodness inside. I'm going to switch to Earth. I'm going to dual wield daggers. Trying to get an idea on the range here. So you notice this has a little bit of a longer range in the auto attack, and it applies stacking bleed effect as well. Next one is just an AoE, decent damage. So you can see those bleed effects just stack. So this is definitely a bleed attunement. So magnetic grasp. Much throw something at the target and then go to them. So alright, so Earthquake. That should be self-explanatory. Oh, okay, so knockdown as well. Churning Earth, hold and release to make the Earth churn. That's not it. Here we go. Oh, alright. Little bit of a channel there, and you are immobilized. Not too sure how effective that will be in PvP, but definitely has its uses in PvE. Alright, so looking at Scepter, main hand, focus offhand, and we are shooting rocks. Interesting. Alright, so rock barrier. Protect yourself with some rocks. Alright, hurl, okay. Let's try that. Oh. Well, alright. I'm gonna have to try that one again. Dust Devil, blind. Oh, little tiny tornado. Not bad. What? Alright. Obsidian flesh. Make yourself into a rock. There we go. Oh, well, speed's not infected, so that's okay. Let's try the rock barrier again. Alright, so you get rocks, and then you have a second active there to throw the rocks. That's some pretty... That's kind of neat. Once again, stacking the bleed effects and got the barrier there that I missed before. Alright, next up we're going to have the staff. Let's take a look at the auto attack. Throwing a large rock. Eruption, shaking the ground. Oh, or... okay, there we go. Unsteady ground. A wall they have to pass through. Look at... okay, that does... pretty good damage there. Auto attack just to finish it off since it was almost dead. Alright, so shockwave. Create a shockwave. It bleeds and immobilizes. So far, I'm kind of impressed on how it looks. Alright, so that about finishes it up with the Elementalists and the attunements. Feel free to check out the Elementalist ability video and check out our other class videos. Thanks for watching.